Canto 1, Chapter 3. Krishna is the source of all incarnations. So, in the previous chapter, we saw that Suta Goswami answered question 4 that was asked by the sages by explaining about the Purushavataras. Now he gives further details of the Purushavataras. The Supreme Lord accepted the form of the first Purusha for creating the universe from Mahatattva and other elements. This Vishnu is Karanodakashayi Vishnu. A part of that Mahavishnu lies in the waters of the universe, and from his navel Brahma takes birth. This Vishnu is Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. All the universal planetary systems are imagined to be situated in the extensive body of the Purusha known as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, from whom everything emanates, and his form is completely spiritual. So, further from this Vishnu, other incarnations in this universe appear. Then, the incarnations of the Lord, which is the Leela avatars of the Lord, are described. This is the answer to question number 5, which was asked by the sages. The different Leela avatars that are described in this chapter are the Kumaras, the 4 Kumaras, Varaha, Devarshi Narada, Naranarayana Rishi, Lord Kapila, Dattatreya, who was the son of Atri and Anasuya, Yajna, King Rishabha, the son of Nabhi and Meru Devi, King Prithu, Matsya, Kurma, Dhanvantari, Mohini Murti, Nrisimha, Vamana, Brigupati or Parashurama, Vyasadev, the son of Satyavati and Parashara, King Ramachandra, Balarama and Krishna, Buddha and Kalki, who appears at the conjunction of the 2 cycles. However, the Supreme Lord has innumerable incarnations, just like rivulets flowing from an inexhaustible source of water. Not only that, there are also vibhutis. These vibhutis of the Lord are powerful beings like the rishis, manus, demigods, descendants of Manu, and the Prajapatis, who are plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. Then the Paribhasha Sutra is spoken. The Paribhasha Sutra of the Srimad Bhagavatam is Ete Chamsa Kalaha Pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. So, this verse talks about the supremacy of Lord Sri Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the source of all incarnations. All these above incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. They appear whenever the atheists create a disturbance in the world. And then there is a beautiful Palastuti for this chapter that says that simply by reciting the transcendental births and activities of the Lord with devotion, one gets relief from all miseries. Then a beautiful point is made that the Virat Rupa is actually a material and imaginary conception of the Lord. It is not something permanent. And when people, when they come to the realization that they are not the body, they have nothing to do with the gross and the subtle bodies, it is only then they can realize the Supreme. And when the illusory energy subsides and one is enriched with knowledge by the Lord's grace, then one becomes situated in his real position. The unintelligent, they cannot understand the Lord's activities, his names, form, and it's very, very hard for them to understand all of the Lord's pastimes with their minds and words. Just like how an ignorant man cannot appreciate the performance of an actor. So therefore, it is possible only through pure devotional service. Only with pure devotional service can one really understand the Supreme Lord as he is. So, after hearing that the Lord is understood only by bhakti, the sages of Naimisharanya, they were lamenting because they didn't have any bhakti. So to encourage them, Suta Goswami, he began to praise their transcendental inquiries. He told them, you're all very fortunate because you're asking such wonderful questions about Lord Vasudeva. Just by asking these questions, it will invoke transcendental love unto him, and there is a guarantee of full immunity from birth and death. So he congratulated them for asking very relevant questions. Then he told them about how he received this knowledge. He told that it was Vyasadeva who delivered this cream of all scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam, to his dear son Shukadeva Goswami. And Shukadeva Goswami spoke it to Maharaj Parikshit. Along with Maharaj Parikshit were other sages who were sitting on the banks of the river Ganges. And this Bhagavata Purana is as brilliant as the sun. It dispels all darkness of ignorance in this age of Kali, and it is written just after Krishna departed for his own abode. Then, when Shukadeva Goswami spoke the Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit, I, Suta Goswami, sat there and heard it with rapt attention. So by his mercy, I learned the Bhagavatam, and this Bhagavatam I will try to speak to you in the same way that I have realized it. So these last few verses of this chapter speak about the parampara of Bhagavatam. From Vyasadeva, Shukadeva Goswami heard it, and then Parikshit Maharaj, and then Shukadeva Goswami to Suta Goswami, and from Suta Goswami to the sages of Naimisharanya. So this is the parampara of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So now let's see. All the questions, 6 questions have been answered so far. What is the ultimate good for all humanity? Answer is devotional service. Essence of all scriptures? Yes, performing bhakti or devotional service. Krishna's appearance? Why does it happen? To attract all the pure souls. Purusha avatars, they were described in detail. Leela avatars, they were described in detail. And then where is the shelter for all religion? That is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the shelter for all religion. So with this, chapter 3 of the first canto ends. Hare Krishna.